Hello, my name is Stefan. Welcome to my new home, which I've managed to get with the help of the Doorways program. Please come on in. 5 years ago I sold my farm and I moved back down to Melbourne. I was living with my mother, who's 85. I had to move after a few months because my depression was upsetting my mother and her health. I felt it was the right thing to do. I thought changing places might have helped, but it wasn't the answer. I then ended up being hospitalised, and after being discharged from hospital after a 5-week stint, I was put into an SRS where through the social worker at the hospital. It's a very miserable place, and it only just makes depression even worse. The worker that I dealt with in the Doorways program helped me look through on the internet what places were available in the area that I was looking. They then would put a package together and I would attend the inspection with the Doorways worker. I came and looked at this and I fell in love with this place. It was really what I wanted. And so I rang the housing support worker and submitted a package for this and was fortunately enough accepted. I do shift work as a cleaner, and here I can make what I want, have it when I need it, not go to work hungry or go to bed hungry. That's the other thing. One of the reasons I chose this place in particular is that it has a lock-up garage, and with that I can do things what I like to do that are meaningful, because the important thing about life is that you've got to have a certain amount of quality in life, and life has got to be meaningful as well. It's not just, going to work, getting up, eating, going to bed. And I take a lot of pride, and as I was saying, there's the table there that I've rejuvenated. You get a lot of satisfaction out of that. One of the other big things too about living in your own place is having your own space. You can focus on your recovery, you can focus on things you want to do. Here, I can make my own routine and my own schedule, and I'm not losing work over it. And the financial security is very, very important to me, knowing that, look, it is affordable, I can afford it, and what I have is this program over the next 2.5 years is to become sustainable, where I can support myself without the aid of Doorways and without the aid of a disability pension. And that's what's happening by building my hours up. And I'm now currently working approximately 30 hours a week. The big benefit to me about having my own place is it eases the stigma of having a mental illness. You're able to invite friends around to come and have a cup of tea, cup of coffee, do what you want to do. And whereas before, I was reluctant to join people because, yes, they would ask you, oh, come and have a cup of tea, come and have a cup of coffee. After a period of time, you would say, well, I've got to invite them back. But when you're living in a boarding house in SRS, there's nowhere to invite them. Here, I can invite friends here. I can have a social life. I can have relationships. And it's a wonderful feeling. It's something that most people take for granted. But when you're homeless, you soon miss it very, very quickly. And now I've got that back. Having my own home gives me the benefit of having a place where I can focus on my recovery. That's one of the most important goals to me, is to focus on it, to get strategies in place so that when I'm not well, I'm able to rely on those strategies, also knowing where I can get support from as well. And this is where Doorways comes in. It's not just keys to a unit, it's a support program where you have a worker there that helps and supports you through the weeks as they come.